Right, good morning. Perfect. Good. Happy Monday. My name is Megan. I should say happy Moon Day. Did you know that Monday was named after the moon? I just love that. So speaking of the moon, we do have a full moon coming up, which if you're like me, have not been sleeping, it's usually the couple of nights leading up to a full moon that for me dreams are vivid or I just have really some trouble sleeping. But our full moon is tomorrow evening, I believe. If you're with us on the East Coast, it's around 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m., something like that, when it's the fullest. But it's the pink moon. The Native Americans named it the pink moon after this particular flower that blossoms around this time of year. So kind of to celebrate and to maybe balance out some of the energy, I'd like to take you through a moon salutation this morning, which is something that we can do when we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. It's more, well, you'll see, we're getting more into the side body. It's a little bit of a cooling practice. So if you'd like to join me, we're going to start standing and we're going to do a kind of a little bit of a different warm up this morning. Put them off to the side. Maybe a little bit more dancey type of warm up. But we're going to start with our feet a little more than hip width apart and slight bend in the knees. And I like to take my hands on the hips to start. And just begin by taking your hips into some circles. So the bend in the knees helps, at least me here, feel a little bit more into this circle. So it doesn't matter which direction you started. We're just going to take a couple of circles around the hips. Almost like you're going really slow the hula hoop. Couple of rotations. It's getting down into hip space. Into, if you're thinking about it from chakra, it would be our second chakra center. And switch directions when you're ready. And our second chakra is about our creativity. It can also be about sensuality or sexuality, the things that we want to manifest. And that's about this time of the moon phase 2, the full moon. It's about manifesting. Moon is at its brightest, it has its most energy. So when you're ready from here, step your feet a little wider and turn your toes out. I'm going to turn the side so you can see. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips, but you can release the hands. Coming into some cat-cows here. So finding an arch in the back, really even sticking the booty out a bit, and then coming into the round. So if you want to connect the breath, we would inhale coming into the arch, and exhale rounding in. So if at any point you want to release the arms, they might start to open up to the side. On the inhale, exhale coming in. If you want to keep connected to the legs, that can feel nice too. Inhale, open, and exhale. So just a few more rounds. This is playing around a bit with this anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis as we warm up the spine. One more time. Inhale into the arch. On this exhale, bend deep into the knees and fold forward. So you might connect your hands to the earth. Knees might be bent to the side. Then if you wanted to from here, you could start to straighten the legs and maybe turn toes forward. Maybe move and let the head go and turn to the side a bit. So you can see that we just sway, stay still and stretch. Taking a moment to settle into this new shape. Maybe feeling legs start to awaken a little more. So one more breath. And then we'll come into those twists here. Bending your right knee a little deeper, right hand coming to the floor. And we'll twist open with left fingertips reaching to the ceiling. So left leg is straight. Little booty to reach out on the left hip. And we'll just switch sides. Bending knees through center. Your left knee bends a little deeper. Right leg starts to straighten as right fingertips reach up toward the ceiling. And your gaze is wherever it is comfortable. And then we'll bend both knees, coming into center. Heel toe your feet back closer to hip width. And we'll just walk up the legs to come to standing. So finding a roll in the spine, coming up one vertebrae at a time. And again, if you're like me, you want to bend the knees a couple of times to get blood flowing up toward the head. That's a great option on the turn to face you again. So coming into our moon salutation, we're actually going to be playing sideways on our mat. So if you wanted to turn so that you have a long way on either side of you, we're going to start with our feet hip width, a little bend in the knees, grounding down through your heels, and thinking about that swirly part of the crown of your head lifting toward the ceiling. Inhale, bring fingertips together above your head. We're going to take this nice and slow. Interlace your fingers, maybe extending your pointer finger toward the ceiling, and then reach tall. From here, take your side stretch toward the left. So starting the left side, the more feminine side. The moon has a little bit more feminine energy compared to maybe the masculine of the sun. When you're ready, we'll come back up through center and switch sides, the side stretch over to the right. And this length in the side body, holding, breathing. When you're ready, lift back up through center. Lift your left foot up off the floor and step wide. Toes turning out to the corners of your mat. And we'll sink down into a goddess. So knees tracking second and third toe as we plie down. Think about squeezing shoulder blades down the back. Maybe a little lift of the breastbone. Maybe your chin lifts. Just here for a moment. And then we'll press up into star. So just straightening the legs, straightening the arms and reaching them open. And then coming down, setting up for triangle. So our toes are going to face to the left. Arms are going to open up into warrior two arms to start. Then begin to shift your hips to the back wall, reaching your left fingertips forward. It's a little early, so maybe making this a little more gentle than you would by maybe opening up to triangle. So that's going to be a short triangle this morning, listening to where I am right now. And from here, we're going to bend this left knee and bring both hands to the ground in a runner's lunge. So if you need to adjust your feet in any way, adjust your feet. Once you're settled in the runner's lunge, if it feels okay, lower your back knee. Be your right. Fingertips could stay on the ground, or maybe you raise arms up, coming into this low lunge. Just be where you want to be, still waking up this morning. Your arms are raised, bringing them back to the mat. If your back knee is down, tuck your back toes and lift your knee. We're going to take a quarter turn. So from here, both sets of toes are turned out to the corners of the mat. Find a bend in one knee. Doesn't matter, we're going to play around with both. Come up through center and switch. So just finding some side lunges here. As much as you can, thinking about your knee tracking second and third toe. And then just play around. Once you start to warm up, you might even find that you can let your upper body go and sway. We'll be here a couple more times, so maybe just taking this time to warm up. And when you're ready, we're walking over toward your right foot, so the opposite foot. And coming into the lunge. So again, we could stay right here, the knee lifted, or maybe lower your back knee. Fingertips can stay down, or they can lift up to your lunge. Take a moment to feel this opening in your back leg. And when you're ready, if your hands are up, they come down. Your back knee is lowered and lifts, and we step the back foot forward into almost an intense leg stretch. Starting to straighten the legs just to give us a little lift, open up into triangle. So lifting upper body, opening back, upper body back to the front. Then lifting your arms open into warrior two with straight legs. Turning toes out to the corners of the mat. Reaching back up into the star. Find space. And then plie down into your goddess. Start to straighten both legs. Bring your feet back together if that's a step or a heel toe. Interlace fingers. Pointer finger extending toward the ceiling. We end with a side stretch to the right, to the left, excuse me. And lift up through center to switch sides. Reaching fingertips back up toward the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart center and pause. Maybe your eyes close or your gaze relaxes down. And take this time to check in with how you're feeling. Maybe it's a little early, still adjusting to movement. Maybe you feel a little more warm, a little more open in the side body. Just notice whatever you're feeling, no judgments. And one more breath. Your eyes are closed, allow them to flutter open here. And we'll switch sides, extending arms up toward the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, extending pointer finger. This time your side stretches to the right to start. Lift up through center and switch sides. As we lift up through center, step your right foot out this time, coming into goddess when you're ready. Bending the knees, arms open, goalposts, sinking down. And when you're ready, we'll straighten legs and open arms into star. Keep legs straight, but lower arms into warrior two. Your toes are going to turn to face the right. And start to shift into your triangle. So hips now shift to the new back of the room. Right fingertips reach toward the front wall. Find the space where you want to be this morning and then open it up. Check with the breath. If you've lost the breath, come out of the shape a little. When you're ready from here, we're going to bend this front knee. Your right knee, bringing hands down to the ground. Coming into the lunge, and again, stay here or lower the back knee. And maybe bring your arms up. Pause for a breath. Hands are up, they come back to the mat. Back knee lifts and we take that quarter turn. So again, we have the option to come into the lunges side to side, hanging out. Or maybe you let the upper body go this time and find a little sweep. Connecting to the ground or not, what are you feeling right here? 2 more breaths. When you're ready, we're walking our hands over into the left foot, coming back into the lunge. Lowering back knee if you want, arms lift up maybe. Arms are lifted, they come back down. Back knee lifts up off the floor, we step the back foot up a bit, straightening the front leg. Start to lift your upper body and maybe open it toward the front, almost like a triangle. Raise the upper body here, so upper body's in warrior two, legs are straight. Turn your toes to the corners of the mat so we can open up into star. Plie down. Straighten the legs and reach up and bring your feet back together. Interlace your fingers above your head. And your side stretches to the right. Lift up through center and to the left. Lift up through center and bring your hands to heart center. Pause, maybe eyes close or gaze relaxes down. Letting those movements settle into your body. We'll go through this one more time on each side, a little faster. Starting on your left, inhale, arms above your head, interlace your fingers. Side stretches to your left. Inhale up through center, side stretch to your right. Step your left foot out, inhale, reach up, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale up into star. Turn your toes to the left, arms open out. Inhale, shift your hips to the back of the room. Exhale, settle into your triangle. Runner's lunge on this inhale, hands come down. Exhale, back knee lowers. If you want, inhale, arms up here. Exhale, hands down if they were lifted, and take your quarter turn. We're wide on our mat. Same options to find the lunges. We're to let the upper body go and sweep. Finding your lunge on your right leg. Maybe the back knee lowers. Inhale, arms up, maybe. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step your back foot in just a bit. Inhale here. Exhale, lift and come into your triangle. Variation. Inhale, bringing arms up and out like warrior two. Exhale, turn your toes to the corners of the mat. Inhale, open up into star. Exhale, goddess down. Inhale, bring your feet together. Interlace the arms. Side stretch to your left. Inhale, lift through center. And side stretch to your right. Inhale, lift up through center. And exhale to heart. Breathe. Last one, inhaling, arms up to the right is your side stretch. Inhale, lift up through center. And to the left. Right leg steps out, open up into star. Exhale, goddess down. Inhale into star. Exhale, toes face to the right, arms open out. Inhale, your hips shift to the back of the room. Exhale into triangle. Runner's lunge, inhale. Back knee down, exhale. If you want, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Back knee lifts and take your quarter turn. Last time we were here, playing around with some lunges. Maybe more fluid or maybe hanging out one side or the other. And when you're ready, finishing this out, coming to the left leg, runner's lunge. If you want to exhale the back knee down. Inhale, lifts the arms. Exhale, hands down. Inhale the back foot forward. Exhale, we open up into triangle. variation, little lift. Inhale, lift the body here. Arms like warrior two, legs are straight. Turn your toes to the corners of the mat. Inhale into star, open. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, bringing feet together, interlacing your fingers. Side stretch to your right. Inhale, lift. Side stretch to your left. Inhale, lift. This time, taking your fingers apart, separating them wide, finding a little wiggle. A little lift of the chest. Closing with some spirit fingers, nice open chest. And bring your hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment, maybe setting an intention for your day, or bringing to mind something you've been working toward. Full moon is related to a woman's ovulation. So you can think about this as being a pretty fertile time to really go after, to really manifest something that you've been wanting to produce, to bring into this world. Thank you guys so much. Namaste.